Hey everyone, it's Ken and Gina here from OK Portugal. Welcome to another episode of Portugal Farm Life. So we are in our chicken coop. We've got some new little feathered friends. Right, so Gina, do you want to do the honors?
Yes.
And I think we should probably close the door so that our doggies don't get any ideas. So Gina, what do we have here?
2 boxes.
2 boxes, excellent. Let's open it up. Peep, peep.
This was Ken's impulse buy.
Yeah. Well, I think every farm needs to have a goose. And so we got ourselves a little goosey here. Look at this. Now, I'm not sure what to call him yet. And we like to call all of our animals with Portuguese names. So maybe if you guys have any ideas on what we can call him. Look how sweet he is.
Oh, he's very sweet and very fluffy.
Yeah.
Very fluffy.
Look at these little feet. They're perfect. Hello, little guy. So he's too small to go in with our flock of chickens. So we have to grow him up a little bit. And then he's going to live with our chickens. He's going to be their protector and help them in the field. Obviously, we do have a rooster, but a goose is quite fearsome to most animals. And so I think he's going to be a good guardian for us.
You're tormenting me. This is your brother or sister, and you've got to protect them.
Don't eat them.
No eating them.
All right, so what I've done to keep him separate from the rest of the chickens is I've made this circular pen. So let's put him inside. And we can lift it up on this corner. Get him in there. Get in there. There we go. So yeah, if anyone has a good Portuguese name for a goose, then let us know. Because we like to call all of our Portuguese animals with Portuguese names. And Gina's just getting him a little bit of pellet food. This is special pellet food for babies.
No.
It needs to be high in niacin. So the regular food doesn't work.
He needs his collar on.
Oh, look at this dog. Yeah, Eddie, that's not a chicken nugget. Get out. Come on, out. You get out. So Eddie is our Serra da Estrela, which is a livestock guardian dog. It took us a while to get him to stop chasing around our chickens. Obviously, this duck is a completely different bird, and so he's looking very interested. Obviously, he's going to want to eat it. So we're going to have to acclimatize them. But for now, he's going to stay in here for a little while. Oh, he wants his food. You want your food? So I don't know if you can see this, but there's a bee that's digging into the ground. This is like a solitary bee that basically lives in the ground. I'm not sure how well the camera's picking it up. That's what all those bee noises are in here. Listen to that. Cool. So we don't just have a new goose, we also have a couple of new egg-laying chickens. Do you want to open them up?
This was what we actually went to the shops to get.
Yes. Yeah, we actually went there to get that, not a goose.
Hello.
So let's see. So we got these 2 ladies. Hello, ladies. Now these brown ones are generally very... Eddie, get out. So the brown ones are generally very good at laying eggs, and you'll get like an egg every day, if not every other day. And that's why we wanted a couple of these, because obviously egg prices have gone crazy all over the world. And we wanted to add to our flock. And we need to keep them separated from the rest of our flock as well, because they don't know them yet, and they're going to get bullied if we just add them straight away. So we're going to put them in here, and we've got some chicken wire, and we're going to put down some food for them. There you go, ladies. Okay, so we are... sorry, little guy. We don't know if this cage is a good idea for him. What's happening is he's getting his entire body through, and then his wings are going over here, and he's getting stuck. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take him, and we're going to put him with the other hens in here. These are points of lay hens, so they're basically at the point where they're just about to start laying, but they're still quite young. So they should be fine with the goose. Yeah, because he's not happy in here, and he's just he's getting stuck with his wings. So I think we take him. Look at the way that he walks with his little head out. It's quite sweet. Okay, dude, we're going to put you in with the chickens. Oh, look at that little thing. That is so cute. Very cute. Please be a good goose and don't be an aggressive one that attacks us. If at all possible. And Eddie, you need to stay out of here. We've told you numerous times. All right, Gina, let's do this. Let's put him in here. I'm sure he'll be fine because these are very young hens. Oh. They were a bit like...
Sure, maybe not.
Okay, so change of plans. Change of plans. Basically, he was getting through these bars. So now I've wrapped it around in chicken wire, and hopefully that should stop it from getting out, because he's quite a tenacious little guy. Whew, it's spring and it's absolutely boiling in here. I'm like totally sweating my head off here. But anyway, he's safe in there now. They can't get to him. And we're going to leave them for a little bit, let them settle down. And then we'll come and check on them in a bit. Ruby Rooster's just seen his new ladies. Look at those, Ruby. We've got some new girlfriends for you. Yeah. Oh, look at him. He's starting to display himself quite nicely there. Look at that, Ruby. Some new babes. I can't believe it. It looks like Eddie has been stung by processionary caterpillars in his mouth. Eddie, don't worry, my boy. We're going to look after you. Right, so last year our other dog, Mimosa, got stung by processionary caterpillars. Now, processionary caterpillars are these hairy caterpillars that have very toxic hairs. And they've got a very interesting smell. So dogs, cats and things like that go up to these creatures. They put them in their mouth and they basically get stung. It makes all of the lining of their mouth swell up. It actually causes necrosis, so it causes all of the flesh to die. And it's really serious. It can kill the animal. It can also cause part of the animal's face to like completely decompose and rot and actually have to be cut off. So it's quite serious. Eddie, your tongue is enormous, my boy. Shame, he's in a lot of pain. Yeah, he's been zapped definitely by caterpillars. I can see underneath the tongue there. Looks just like Nemo's when it happened. We were hoping that maybe it was just a bee sting or something like that. But now that I've just seen the side of his tongue, yeah, that definitely looks like processionary caterpillars. This is really bad. Okay, so we're at Vet Beirao, which is in Castelo Branco. They've helped us before with this exact same problem with Mimosa. So one of the most important things to do is to basically wash the mouth out. Is that saline?
Saline with the thing
to numb?
To disinfect.
To disinfect, okay.
Yeah.
He did not enjoy that. So we're trying to get rid of the hairs from the outside of the mouth and apply some kind of a disinfectant and also wash as many hairs off the mouth as possible, because these hairs are, they're toxic and they can also cause the flesh and the tissue to die and to rot. So very, very important. Now inside his mouth is where all the damage is. I think it's mainly on this side here. Oh, did you? Okay. So yeah, so basically wash out the mouth as much as possible. Even before you get to the vets, if you can wash the inside of the mouth out and before they start their treatment, the more you can wash it, the more it helps. Okay, so Eddie's just had an injection now, an anti-inflammatory injection, and that's going to help with all of the swelling. And we've got some kind of anti-inflammatory cream here as well. As you can see, his tongue is absolutely enormous, and you look at all the swelling on the side here. And that's very painful.
Okay, yes, just taste it. Yes, slowly. Yes, 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 very good. Oh, you good boy. It's tasty, isn't it? Good boy.
So I was just saying to Gina that actually maybe it's a good thing that this has happened while he's still very young, and also that we caught it really quickly, because Mimosa, after she got stung, she doesn't go anywhere near these caterpillars anymore. She's learned her lesson, and maybe now as a young dog he's also going to learn that same lesson. Also, we were able to catch it immediately, so hopefully the damage hasn't set in too badly and he won't have any long-lasting effects. So here we have an antibiotic.
Yes. And
this is basically, if there are any areas here that are affected by necrosis, it's going to hopefully stop them from rotting and being too damaged.
Or is that a blister?
Now, the only way to be 100% sure that your dog doesn't get affected by these here in Portugal during the sort of springtime is to basically just lock your dog up indoors. And, we don't have pine trees on the land where all of our dogs are fenced in. And the only thing that could have happened here is maybe a bird got one of these caterpillars from the forest next door, flew over the farm and dropped it on the ground. Just an unfortunate thing, really.
The vet was even saying that even if you muzzle your dog, they only have to sniff it. They don't have to have it in their mouth. They just sniff it and the hairs get in, so a muzzle won't help either.
Yeah, so, I mean, the only way to be 100% sure is to either not have a dog or just lock your dog up. And you know, obviously we're not going to lock our dogs up. You know, we take lots of precautions on our farm because we don't have the trees or anything like that, and this is just an unfortunate thing. And hopefully now that he's a puppy and he knows what those things smell like, hopefully now he's going to stay away from them, and hopefully the damage isn't too bad.
Yes, it is.
So we just
very good. Yes, it is. Yay.
and that has to happen now 3 times per day. It's a special anti-inflammatory.
No, it's it gives you protection in the mucosa.
Okay.
It avoids the necrosis because
Yes.
it protects and helps the getting better and better if he gets necrotic.
Perfect. Because we don't want that, because we want him to keep his good looks. Ah, poor old Eddie, you know that he's still wagging his tail even though he's having the worst day of his life. You're a good boy. You're a brave boy. So a big thank you to Vet Beirao. They're in Castelo Branco and they have a lot of experience with dogs that have been stung by caterpillars. So if you have any problems, come to Vet Beirao and they will know how to look after you and your animal. So a few days have gone past and things are settling down here. I don't know if you can see, but Gina's holding the little goose and we've been taking it around for walks and things like that with us. She's been taking it like every morning on a little walk with the doggies and getting the goosey, like, you know, just used to it. And there he is. He's pretty huge. I think we've had him, what is this, day 3 now or something? Is it like day 3 or day 4?
No, 3, I think.
I think it's day 3, and he's about double the size of when we first got him. And he's desperately trying to eat everything. He absolutely loves grass. Look at this, he is a grass-eating machine. It's a little lawnmower. Now with geese, we've heard it can go one or 2 ways. You can either get a goose that's quite tame with you and knows what you look like and is quite happy for you to be a friend with it. And then you can get geese that are just like really nasty and just attack everything and become a huge problem. So hopefully he's going to go the right way because, you know, we're giving him lots of attention. He definitely knows who we are now. We're slowly integrating him with the other chickens. Like today we let him out with the chickens and there was no dramas or anything. No. And yeah, so far so good. Today is 24 degrees, we got blue skies and it's just looking absolutely amazing here on the farm. 3 days ago, I think it was 3 days ago on Sunday, I was sitting outside on a sun lounger just with a pair of underpants on and I actually got sunburnt in like 1 hour. So obviously like my face and my arms and stuff like that, that's used to getting sun. It's obviously a little bit brown. But you know, I've got one of these farmer tans now, so I have like a really white chest and that is proper red and really stingy. So you're probably wondering about Eddie after his big drama. He's just in front of us over here leading the charge. So we had to take him to the vet today and he basically passed with flying colours. There's no lasting damage or anything like that. We got super lucky because we caught it so early. Another thing is we treated it properly. So we used water. And the vets wanted us to point this out because unfortunately there's a lot of people that believe an old wives' tale where you use orange juice or lemon juice. And that is a really bad thing to do if your dog gets stung by processionary caterpillars. In fact, most of the times when that happens, the dogs will actually lose parts of their tongue and their mouths and their cheeks and stuff like that. So do not ever use lemon juice or you know, orange juice or anything citric or acidic like that. Just use water, wash it out as much as possible and get to the vets ASAP. Oh, this day is beautiful. So we're just going to go over here. We're going to go and have a look at our trail camera and see if we've caught anything else. Now, one of the things you want to do when you put down a trail camera is obviously not visit that spot multiple times per day because you leave a lot of scent behind, especially when you go with lots of dogs and things like that. So I'm not sure that we're going to, you know, this is the same spot and we've been here quite a lot, but who knows, we might have caught something cool. Oh, he's loving that grass. Cool, so it looks like I've got some stuff on here. Mainly looks like I've got some foxes, and I don't know, they almost look like little jackals or something, but obviously once I get this onto the big computer screen I can see exactly what's going on. Things are starting to dry out on the farm. You can see this whole gully over here was full of water in the winter time, and when we came down here Eddie would go crashing through there swimming in it, and now it's just, well, it's not completely dry, it's still kind of muddy. Look at that Goosey-Goosey.
I think he's hot. I need to get him in the shade.
Your goose is cooked.
Yeah.
So I've just spent the whole morning cutting the grass around the farm, and I have to show you because it looks amazing. And obviously we have these long bits here. I don't know if this is like, we've got different types of clover and oats and wheat and stuff. And then obviously here, look at this. It looks great. And then that stretches all around the house. And I don't know, I just absolutely love it when you have a nice fresh cut lawn. You have the contrast between the wild and the nature, and then you have this crisp green lawn. And here you can really see that difference. Look at that. Sadly, this lawn is not going to be long-lived. As soon as the summer kicks in, it's just going to like get completely baked by the sun and completely die. And at the moment, we don't have anything to really irrigate out here with, which is why we created this little fenced-off area. This is going to be our green lawn. As you can see, it's all starting to come through. You can see the grass is starting to peek through. Every single day we're putting on the sprinkler, trying to make sure that it doesn't dry out too much and kill the grass. And yeah, hopefully we can have a lovely green lawn there. Although, I mean, look at this behind me. I'm not sure if you can see on the camera. That looks fantastic. It's such a pity it's not going to last into the summer. And while we're here, I thought I'd just give you a little bit of an update on how the veggies are growing. Looks like they're going to need a water now. And yeah, things are looking pretty good. All coming along well. So on that note, I just want to say thanks for tuning in. Drop us a comment and let us know what you thought of the video. And we'll see you next week, same time. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and help support our channel that way. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Say goodbye, Boykie Cat. All right, Boykie Cat's too grumpy to say goodbye, so I'll do it. Ciao.